So President Trump met with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, today at his home in Mar-a-Lago. And the whole internet, everybody really everywhere in the world, I mean, the way I kind of equate the internet with the world now, are just talking about this handshake. And wait till you see Netanyahu's reaction to it, too. It was like one of those things that you see once in a lifetime, like an implicit, indirect message, but it wasn't like, aggressive, or it wasn't violent. It wasn't like it wasn't malicious. It was so powerful. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Stick around. But first, look at the difference. I don't want this to just be like some sensational video. I want this to, this whole entire channel is about getting our country back. I want you to look at the difference, my fellow Americans. I want you to look at the dichotomy of leadership. First, I'm going to share with you the meeting with Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, and President Biden, who a lot of people are still under speculation. Who's in control here? Border czar failure Kamala Harris was giving a press conference saying that, yes, I told Netanyahu, that it's okay for them to continue what they're doing. Like, excuse me, what? I thought Biden was the president. What is happening here? But he did eventually meet with Netanyahu, and I want you to watch this really quickly, and then I want to show you the meeting with Trump. The difference is not just stark. It's not just night and day. It's not just water and olive oil. It is literally galactic difference. It's a galactic difference. So check this out first, and then we got plenty more. Let's talk about it. Why does Biden look lost? Absolutely lost.
Everybody in? Welcome. Well, welcome back, Mr. Prime Minister. We got a lot to talk about. I think we should get to it, but the floor is yours.
Mr. President, we've known each other for 40 years, and you've known every Israeli Prime Minister for 50 years, from Golda Meir. So from a proud Jewish Zionist to a proud Irish-American Zionist, I want to thank you for 50 years of public service and 50 years of support for the State of Israel. And I look forward to discussing with you today and working with you in the months ahead on the great issues before us.
What's wrong with his
face? I look
face?
forward to it as well. By the way, that first meeting with Prime Minister Golda Meir, and she had an assistant sitting next to me, a guy named Rabin.
Look at his forehead.
How far back it goes.
What's wrong with his forehead?
I was only 12 then.
Is that a mask?
Anyway, thank you all for being here.
Now watch this. Doesn't take any questions from reporters. This is the most awkward 10-15 seconds I've ever seen between two world leaders. Just sits there. Doesn't take any questions. Looks befuddled. Looking for his handlers. Looks confused. Netanyahu sheepishly, embarrassingly trying to smile it off. It's so awkward. It's so awkward. Then the handlers come in and say, thank you all. Okay, now take a look at Trump welcoming Netanyahu and his wife at his home in Mar-a-Lago. Pay attention to the way he shakes his hand. Oh my God, the difference is insane.
Now I'm on it. Come on in. Come on in.
Got you the best part.
The greatest dinner I've ever had. Come on, let's get a good, beautiful. Please, let's make a... Great. Thank you.
Did you see the way that he shook his hand? I mean, he pulled him into him. That is strength. That is balls. Again, there was no maliciousness to it. I'm going to show it from a different angle, and I want you to watch what Netanyahu says right after he shakes his hand. It was full of hearth and full of good cheer, goodwill, but there was also, because he's the best politician on planet Earth, maybe of all time, there is a little bit of an implicit message there of saying, now you're with the king. Now you're with the head dog. Now you're with the lion. Get ready. It's so brilliant. Trump plays chess better than any of these checker-playing politicians. Watch what Netanyahu says after this.
The greatest dinner I've ever had.
Ooh. Look at him. Listen to him. He says, wow. He goes, wow. Well, that's different from Biden. Watch it one more time.
dinner I've ever had.
Look at this handshake.
Come on, let's
You're with the dog now. Come on. He says, wow. Netanyahu says, wow. Watch Netanyahu's face. Wow. He says, wow, right there. Okay, so this is a snippet here that the press was invited into. I love the lighting here. I love how it's kind of dark here. I don't know if it's because of the camera or it's because of the actual lighting in the home, but there's something really powerful, like Rembrandtian about this. I love the chiaroscuro lighting, the flush blacks and the sparse lights and the candles. It reminds me of that Kubrick movie, Barry Lyndon, something that you would see like a dinner take place with kings and queens 500, 600, dare I say 1,000 years ago. So, but I put some subtitles here so you can hear what's going on. Listen to what the exchange is like and what Netanyahu says. This is absolutely brilliant. Watch what he wishes Trump in the election in 2024. Listen to this. It's so powerful.
You never know. Hello, everybody.
Hey, sir. Is it you or is it?
Can you tell us what you talked about? Yes.
Just general. We're
We talked about the hot
Friends.
dogs.
talking about
Mr. Prime
what we're having
Minister,
for lunch.
could you tell me, Mr. Prime Minister, how Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday might have impacted negotiations on a ceasefire deal?
Well, we're trying to get one. And I think to the extent that Hamas understands that there's no daylight between Israel and the United States, that expedites the deal. And I would hope that those comments don't change that.
Mr. President, do you have any reaction to Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday?
Say it.
Do you have any reaction to Kamala Harris's remarks yesterday after she met with the Prime Minister?
No, I have no remarks. She's a radical left person. San Francisco, destroyed San Francisco. She's really a destroyer. She doesn't know how to build. And I think her remarks were disrespectful. They weren't very nice pertaining to Israel. I actually don't know how a person who's Jewish can vote for her, but that's up to them. But she was certainly disrespectful to Israel, in my opinion.
Mr. Trump, has your relationship with the Prime Minister repaired at all?
No, it was never bad. I would say it was always good. No president has done what I've done for Israel, and we've always had a very good relationship. And if I didn't, I have a secret weapon. You know what it is? Sarah, sitting right over here.
How do you not love this guy?
Sarah, that's all that matters.
How do you not love this
Do you
guy?
feel like after this trip, Mr. Prime Minister, we're any closer to a ceasefire deal?
I hope so, but I think time will tell. We're certainly eager to have one, and we're working on it.
Are you sending teams to Rome?
Sorry?
Are you sending teams to Rome to continue those
We're
negotiations?
dispatching the team probably in the beginning of the week.
Can you tell us the status of the hostage negotiations?
I
Hostile.
think there's been some movement because of the military pressure that we exerted. I hope that there'll be sufficient movement to get the deal completed.
Did
It's
you
a
talk
very
about
tough. That's a very tough situation. The hostages, they have to be given back immediately because there can be no way that they're in good shape. They're obviously not being treated properly, and you hope that they're okay. But there are a lot of hostages, I'm sure, that will not be okay, and it's just not an acceptable situation.
Did you guys talk about what your working relationship would look like if you were reelected in November?
We don't have to. We've had a good relationship. I was very good to Israel, better than any president's ever been. And we did so many Golan Heights. We did Jerusalem, the capital. We actually built the embassy at Jerusalem, and the Iran nuclear deal. Unfortunately, the Biden administration didn't do anything. We terminated the Iran nuclear deal, which was a tremendous thing, maybe the best thing that I did for Israel, but unfortunately the Biden administration didn't do anything about it. We could have had a deal 1 week after the election. We would have had a deal with Iran, and everybody would have been happy. But they didn't do anything with it. We had all the cards. Iran was not using terror at all because they didn't have the money. Under the Trump administration, we gave them no money. They didn't have money. Nobody was buying their oil. And now they're a rich country. So it's too bad. But we would have had a deal with Iran. and it would have been a good deal for everybody, including Iran. It would have been a good deal, but it would have saved the Middle East, the Biden administration. Now she's taken over, and she's worse than him. She's actually worse than him. So we'll see how it goes. But if it all works out, if we win, it'll be very simple. It's all going to work out and very quickly. If we don't, you're going to end up with major wars in the Middle East and maybe a third world war. You are closer to a third world war right now than at any time since the Second World War. You've never been so close because we have incompetent people running our country.
He's right.
Thank you very much, everybody.
100%.
Do you press,
Thank you,
Dan?
press. Thank you, press. Thank
My fellow Americans, I mean, the difference is vast. The difference is galactic, as I said before. The choice to me is absolutely crystal clear. The borders are Kamala Harris. She hasn't achieved anything. She hasn't done anything. She hasn't earned a single vote. This is the party that says democracy is on the ballot, and they are literally circumventing democracy and anointing somebody who didn't earn a single vote through the democratic process. How does that make any sense? Netanyahu, they cut it off, but Netanyahu said, I hope, this is a quote, you can look this up, I wish nothing but, quote, total victory, end quote, for Trump. So that should tell you a lot right there. I hand this off to you, Nez Nation. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. What did you think of that handshake? What do you think of the difference? What do you think of what we're talking about? What do you think of the future? I want to hear it all. Let me know in the comments down below. Please tap that thumbs up because it helps us reach more people. And the more people that we can educate, the more citizens we get that understand the lying propagandist woke media is not telling them the truth, the better our country is saved. 100%. I mean, it's just a fact. Also, if you made it this far, in the pinned comment, show notes, and description is our free newsletter. It's absolutely free. This is your fail-safe, your insurance policy, so you never miss out. A lot of channels like mine are getting deleted every single day. God knows, and there's no reason. They just take it off arbitrarily. By subscribing to our newsletter, you're always in the know. That's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Do it now. It's free. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right now. Follow, subscribe, and as always, God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.